happy for me. You can still get what I have.
But some people don't want what you have, Sharon. That is that some friends out there don't really want what you have. They just want you to not have it.
Right. Hi guys, welcome back to the Message Raw episode 20.
God knows.
And today we're talking about frenemies. So how would you define a frenemy?
This might be raw, but my understanding of frenemy is someone who, to the outside world, is your friend, but deep down wishes you nothing but heartache. They do not want anything good for you. They're jealous of you. They envy you. In fact, not even jealousy sometimes. They don't even want what you want. They're just spiteful.
Do you think it's always from the get-go, or do you think it can be something that happens over time?
I think it'll be easier, for me anyways, it'll be easier from the get-go. Like if I am pretending to be friends with someone, it's not something I normally do anyways, but I would do it from the get-go. But if I have established friendship, it'll be hard for me to be, horrible about it later on.
Because I asked that because people don't see the signs of a frenemy. So like, and I feel like in the beginning, it's easy to spot shady behavior, shady comments, rather than down the line when someone has become your friend and you see them in this good light.
Do you know, Sharon, what I learned very recently?
What?
Not everyone thinks like you do. Not everybody. Honestly, I wish I knew that sooner. To me and you, we might be like, if this person was your frenemy, you should have known it from the get-go because you're not thinking. But some people, honestly, they don't see things the way I thought everyone did.
Yeah.
What do you think is your understanding of a frenemy?
No, I think it's the same as yours. It's like, it's someone who's posing as a friend, but see, I really don't get the whole concept of a frenemy because I can't make sense of being around someone that you don't want good things to happen to them.
That's time for that.
It's really evil though when you think about it. Like you're waiting for bad things to happen to this person.
I feel like some people are themselves being frenemies without knowing they are being frenemies.
Ooh. So is that then a frenemy then?
Yeah, because that's how, for me, a friend is my friends. When they're not around, I come to their defense.
Okay.
I wish them well when they're not with me. If I'm praying for my family and friends.
Yeah.
I'm naming names to God. Some people, they are friends in front of you, but when you're not there, they don't think of you at all. And if someone was bashing you or saying, not even bashing, like just saying something that was not so positive, they'd be like, yeah, I know, because they can't be bothered to come to your defense. Or they don't see it as a big deal. But they don't understand that is really a wrong thing to do. Whereas for me, to your face, I might be like, you're a bitch. But when you're not there, I'm like, no one will dare say shit about you.
So that's one sign of a frenemy. Is there another sign? Is there signs?
Is there signs?
I think,
your friend is not happy.
I don't know. It's for me, the frenemies I've had, it's when someone has crossed the line and then things start to add up later on. But like little sly comments here and there, I must let them slide. But someone,
I don't know if this is a frenemy, but I'll say this to everybody, right? If someone has a problem with what you said or did or whatever, don't downplay it, because there's nothing I dislike more than, but that's not a big deal.
Because it is a big deal to me. And you and I
don't like this kind of friends. Like, understand my point of view, my perspective. Understand that I'm your friend and something has bothered me.
Yeah.
Don't go about, this is not a big deal, da.
That, see, you're saying the signs of a frenemy. That's kind of like a frenemy, like. If you come up to me and you say, Sharon, I didn't like how you said this or that, and my response is, get over it.
Yeah. You're not my friend.
I'm not your friend. Because
No.
that would not sit well with me if it was the other way around. I'd be like, you're meant to care about my feelings.
If I was doing that to you, I wouldn't be surprised if you don't want to be friends with me anymore.
Yeah. So, okay. So calling them out though, once you've realized that this person is acting shady, how would you call them out? Because you really don't have evidence other than your feelings. Friends with this person for a minute.
Yeah.
And their behavior has been bothering you. And you want to tell them, like, I feel like when I do these things, you try to put me off. When I feel like you don't want the best for me. Like, that's a hard conversation to have to your friends.
That is a hard conversation. That is a horrible conversation.
No one's going to sit there and be like, yeah, I don't want the best for you. They're going to be like, where is this coming from?
Why are you saying this?
Why are you saying this?
But also, like, in those kind of situations, you can't have receipts because there's been a lot of minor things adding up for you. And you're like, actually, now that I put things together, I see it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you have
to mention it. People like that, they will have an explanation for everything. You know that is not true. But if someone else heard it, they'll be like, what's your problem?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's hard to approach it because you've got no evidence.
Yeah.
And then when someone asks you, when have I ever done that? That's when you freeze and you're like, oh, wait, I don't know.
If you're going to confront someone, make a list,
write it down.
No, you don't forget. You know, nothing annoys. I get in my head when I have an argument with whoever, and then I remember of all the things I should have said and the things I've forgotten. I'm like, ugh, and I get brand new angry.
Would you forgive would you forgive them if they admitted it? And they're like,
the word forgiveness is not in my vocabulary.
No, if someone has been hating on you for whatever reason, your success, your lifestyle, your everything, and they're like, yeah, I've been jealous of you, do you forgive them if they're willing to work on it?
No.
Okay,
fine, I'll forgive you, but you won't be my friend anymore because I don't want that kind of person anywhere near me. You might as well deny it.
Yikes.
But like, Sharon, would you though? If I one day looked at you in the eyes and said, Sharon, yes, I was spiteful, I was envious of you, and yeah, I'm working on it. What the fuck? You would think, what's wrong with you? And you wouldn't want to have anything to do with me.
People are gonna call me crazy, but oh well. I don't think people's feelings make them evil or a horrible person or spiteful. To me, it's because I hope no one chooses to be jealous of their friend, you know what I mean, or be resentful. But I think it's what you do. If you're physically, if you're trying to put me off things that you know I like, if you're going over and beyond.
So are you saying the actions and the intentions are separate? But which one would you accept?
If all you've been doing is hating on me and just not being happy for me, every time I tell you good news, you find it hard to be happy for me because you're jealous of that. If that's all you're doing, I think I could forgive that. But if you're going out of your way,
to tell you,
I don't know. I think that's evil. I think that is evil.
Either way, intentions and your intentions, as long as you don't act on it, are not doing anything to me. But I want personally my friends to have nothing but good intentions. You can do all these gracious acts. If your intentions are good and bad, I don't really care. But also you can have good intentions or you don't realize what you're doing is bad and you're shitting all over me.
Yeah.
Then come on now.
I don't know. I feel like I can't, because have you ever been jealous of someone in your life?
Not jealous. No, okay. I never wished that person didn't have that and I had it. I wish that I had something.
Yeah, I wish I had it as well. Yeah.
But not to deprive of them. I wish we both had that.
See, that's where it gets a bit techie, because it's kind of like, why aren't you happy for me? You can still get what I have.
But some people don't want what you have, Sharon. That is that some friends out there don't really want what you have. They just want you to not have it.
Okay, if that's the case, then no, I will not forgive that person. That's just evil. If I don't want something that you've got and I put you off it, that is some evil shit.
Yeah, there are some people out there, they really don't want what you have. They have their own life, but they'll be like, I don't think this bitch should have this.
I can't get my head around it.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, if I'm jealous of someone, I don't like how that feels. So I will give myself and that person space. It's not healthy for me. It's not healthy for them.
I will truly believe in space. If you have some negative feelings or energy towards a friend, separate yourself. You yourself will become a nasty person that you don't want to become.
And
if I had a friend and every day I'm wishing, I wish I had that. I wish I had what she had. That would actually be like, I'll be like, actually, nothing, you're not a bad person, but I don't like myself around you. And there's nothing to do with you. It's just me within me. When I'm around you, I become a nasty person.
So yeah,
therefore, a break.
So would you forgive someone in that instance?
If I am the one who's having, if someone says to me, when I'm around you, I have this negative feelings, so we should take a break, I will fucking respect them to the max. I'm like, good for you. But I would find it hard to be a friend from now on. Because every time we meet up, I'm thinking, what are you feeling about me now?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like if you separate yourself and understand your feelings and feel like you can get over this, that's different. But if you feel like, if I make you unhappy, then I suppose, yeah, go be with people that are making you happy.
Yeah. Do you think, and I keep saying this, people who are like that think other people are like that, that's why they act such a way? They think everyone is having bad feelings towards them.
What did we discover last episode? Projection. We do things because, yeah, we react how, yeah, you think people's intentions are kind of the same as yours. That's how sometimes we can be naive in situations, because you're coming in innocent, and then big surprise.
Tell me, I have, and I always learn the hard way, I have this idea of, I don't think bad of anything until they do me wrong. Once you do me wrong, you can go rot in hell. But before that, I do not think anyone is taking advantage of me. I do not think anyone has bad intentions. I don't think anyone is taking advantage of my kindness. I don't, until you do me wrong. And then I'm like, fuck you.
If you're my friend and you do me wrong, I'm kind of like you, actually. I find it hard to forgive. I'm never going to say I find it hard to forgive because I don't even try to forgive. I just feel like, honestly, if you feel a certain way about someone, a situation, anything, separate yourself, put your feelings first. Why are you around someone who doesn't bring you happiness? Why are you around someone that's
making you feel like,
makes you feel shit and makes you feel like, makes you feel like you haven't achieved anything, or but then sometimes it's not that, because people just don't want to see you happy. Because some of them don't want what you have, but they still don't want you to have it. So
I feel like that takes a lot more energy than actually being a decent friend.
That is, do you know when you said frenemies, do frenemies think you're doing the same thing to them? Sometimes when you know someone's character, I stay away from certain things because I know they're going to know that I'm trying to put them off things. especially when it comes to boys, and it's not good for you. But as soon as I say something, I'm gonna be the hater. So
Oh my God, I'd be like telling you, right? I'm looking out for you. I do not tell my friends don't do that unless I have a good reason. I'd be looking out for you, and I'm like, I don't think this is the best of ideas you've ever had. Think about it, and maybe, you know what, I would think before I act on this. And they'd be like, you're hating. No.
That's why I say quiet. Some people I'm like,
And would that make you a good friend? You're just letting your friend walk into God knows what, a bad decision.
But then I suppose then that goes to show, if I'm not willing to look out for my friend, then we're not really friends, are we? Okay, so what I was gonna say is, have you ever kept a frenemy around? Someone that you know clearly sort of envies you, is a bit jealous of you, wants your life. Have you ever like kept them around?
Yes.
Why?
A lot of contributing things, because it was easier to keep them than to cut them off. Circumstances.
Okay.
Like, if things would get awkward, we'd be seeing each other frequently.
Right, like work or school, university.
So it's better to keep peace. Yeah, we went to school together, went to uni together. It's like, just to keep the peace, we have common friends. Be like, okay. But from the moment we're no longer in that situation, hear one word from me, then I am to blame.
But I think that's where we go wrong. Because we're always like, oh yeah, we've got common friends, we've got school together.
But do you think that other people deserve to be put in that place?
Well,
Sharon, what would you do?
Then I would take
just think
myself
about it.
I don't know.
But you can't take it out. Like, you and I, we're friends, yeah? We have friends in common. We have many, many, many friends in common.
Yeah.
If me and one of our friends were not talking, and I wouldn't come to see you when that person was there, I wouldn't talk to you when they were there, and we would have to be together quite a lot, how would that make you feel?
Yeah.
You have to pick a side eventually. Is that fair? Like, I decide to lose a friend. Why should you lose a friend? Either way, you'd be losing me or the other person, and you didn't sign up for none of that.
No, that's making me think of different things. Now I'm thinking like, if we were ever to fall out with one of our friends, what happens beyond a frenemy situation? If it was just to fall out, like, that's awkward. Because
exactly.
Oh.
Exactly. It will make everyone else. You will eventually have to pick a side, because the other people, they'll be talking about each other, right? I'll be like, oh my God, that person. Da, 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 da. You have to either listen to me or tell me off. So don't do that. And by doing that, you have made your decision.
No, but if I'm telling the other person, what if I'm telling the other person the same thing as well? Like,
but each person will think, by not gossiping with me, by not telling me this person is a horrible person as I think, I'm thinking, then you're not my friend, because as a friend, I want you to hate the people I hate.
Let me ask you this question. If in a group of friends, okay, I was going to say if you and I are friends, we are friends. If you fall out with a friend that we both are friends with, would you expect me to not be friends with them?
No, but if we see each other every day, for example, who shall I use as who do we hang around with most of the time? Like, so this person, you see them every day. Like, when we were in school, right?
Yeah.
Actually, this whole situation happened. When we were in school, there was a friend who was kind of cut off from the rest of the group.
Oh, true.
And that made everybody else feel uncomfortable. Including you. You were most vocal about the situation. You did not like it.
Because it's not nice to see, is it? It's not like
But then
that situation is different because it's not like it was them two. It's kind of like everyone else chose a side and this person went on off alone.
because that's what I'm trying to say. Everyone else had to choose a side. You're kind of, if two of your friends fight, I think you'd be kidding yourself if you said you don't choose a side.
Do you think that it's possible to be friends with someone who's friends with people that you don't get along with? Do you know the whole we're all mature, we're all grown?
I wouldn't hang with you when you hang with them. And it depends on my kind of friendship with you. If it was you, Sharon, you're friends with people I didn't like, I'd have a problem with that. I'd be like, what the fuck?
That's my point. I see all the time people are like, we're grown and we're mature now. We don't have to choose sides.
No, if it was someone that I don't know, do you understand what I'm trying to say then?
Yeah.
If it was some acquaintance, I don't care, you be friends with whoever you want.
Yeah.
But like if you were hanging on someone I don't like, I'd be like,
you feel
I had a valid reason not to like them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't get that when people are like, we're mature. It's like, what's that got to do with anything? It's about like, this person clearly hates my friend. And no. I think you're gonna have to choose sides. I'll feel some type of way. If I really hated this person and my friends hang around with them, I wouldn't make my friends choose sides. I'll personally take myself out of the picture and be like.
But then your friend has lost a friend. Do you see what I mean?
Oh God, this is making me think. Like, I feel like we can't fall out with any of our friends now.
Because by removing yourself from that situation, now you have deprived your friendship with that person.
Yeah.
And they didn't ask for it just because you and the other person had a problem. So what I'm trying to say is, if I can avoid that in the first place and keep things to myself and just be like,
and that's not fair on you.
Civil.
How long can you put it up for? If someone is really toxic. No. I'm really thinking about this. I wonder what I would do. Like, if you fell out with one of our close friends and you really you felt a type of way of us hanging out, that would make me really upset that you're making me choose.
Exactly.
But then you keeping quiet is not fair on you.
Yeah, but that is because that's my problem. You see, I have a problem with this person. Me putting that on my friend, they had no say in it. They cannot do anything to change the situation. I can do something to change the situation. But you have no power. This was not your problem. And now you are paying the price for it. You're facing the consequences.
I feel like I'm changing my opinion now. I feel like I get it when people say you can be friends with people I'm not friends with. Because I don't think I could do that to someone. I don't think I could do that to you and be like, it's either me or them, if you value their friendship as well.
Exactly.
I think rather than me hiding my feelings about how I feel about the other person, I would just have to accept that you're going to be friends with both of us.
Very selective about the friends that I might, my hardcore. I'm friends with loads of people, but I think I am only like really friends with about 4 or 5 people.
I think we use the term friends.
Even that.
Yeah, we use the term friends too loosely. Like, we know a lot of people, but they're not.
I'm hanging with you because
I feel like, to me, the best way I can define a friend is if I've got good news, who am I calling? You know, who do I know is going to be happy for me? And if I put it like that, yeah, it's about maybe even less than 5.
No, actually, Sharon, there are a lot of people that I'm not friends with. There are a lot of people that I'm acquainted with. If they told me they're happy news, I'll still be happy for them. We're not friends, but I'll still be like, oh my God.
Say that people that you don't know tend to be happier for you than people that you do know.
Just popped in my mind. What about a friend who always tries to outdo you, no matter what? When you say or do something, they were like, let me. When you dress up, changing her clothes.
I open my mouth, but I feel like I do this and I feel like I'm guilty of it because I'm not trying to outdo you. I'm trying to relate. I'll try to relate. Like if you was and every time someone says that, I feel like, oh my God, people are gonna be like, I'm trying to outdo people. But if you were like, Sharon, my 25th birthday, I'm gonna go Malaysia, I'll be like, oh my God, my 20th, I've been planning to go, I don't know, Dubai.
Oh no, I don't mean that. I don't mean that because I do not mean that way.
No?
No, I do
But then
that
someone will be
because
like,
I'm trying to.
Najma was telling her story, and then you had to come in and say, oh yeah, you're gonna do the same thing.
I don't mean it that way. Because that way you're trying to make a conversation.
Because I do that a lot. I feel
You're
like,
oh my God, me too. Oh my God,
yeah.
me too. No, I get that.
Well, I try to keep
But what I mean is,
yeah.
you're going out and this person sees that you're looking fine and they're like, oh, let me change.
This reminds me of sixth form. And that happened to you, not sure. You come in looking nice, and some people couldn't take it. I remember.
You know, Sharon, people have been hating on me since day one, you know, and I don't know why.
No, that is. If you see your friend is getting so much attention, it has bothered a lot of people. We've seen it where someone is not happy for this person getting this. Like,
Sharon,
now, I promise you to God, I'll be crying if I really want to get married. Everyone around me, left, right, and center, is getting married, and then
that will upset you.
I'll be upset. I'll be like, oh my God, when is it going to happen for me as well? I'll cry.
You don't hate on people though. You don't be like, oh, why is she getting it before I do?
I don't like that thing. Everyone, as long as I know I'm going to get it, you can get it first. You can get it 5 years early. I don't care.
Also, you don't know. I just think anyone who's jealous or why don't I have what they have? You don't know what this person had done to get what they have. Whether it's a job, it's a man, is this a house? You don't really know what they've sacrificed.
But you're not thinking about that in the moment, though, are you?
And would you be willing to make such sacrifices if they told you? For all you know, this woman's getting married. He might be a woman beater. Now look at you crying. Why am I not married?
I believe in waiting for your own time. That's why I don't get the whole, I want to do it first before anyone. Do it first. I don't give a shit. Do it first.
Who cares?
I don't care. But I can understand being desperate. I can understand being desperate for something that you really want and you think it's going to, especially when you think, because Molly thinks marriage is going to bring her happiness, or the happiness that she wants. Okay, so if you think this thing is going to give you happiness and you're just not getting it, no matter how hard you try, I can absolutely understand breaking down and crying every now and then.
Just be a good friend.
Yeah, to your friends, be a good friend.
And sometimes, although you're trying to relate, if someone is telling you their good news, don't tell them, let them finish. Although you don't mean it in outdoing them, you don't mean it in a bad way. It comes across as a, what are you doing? Let me finish my story. So let them. If someone's telling you their trauma, don't tell them your trauma to make them feel better about themselves. Just listen to them.
God. Okay, that is horrible. It's not comforting to tell me that what you went through is worse. It's not going to take away the pain.
Exactly. No matter how minor something is to somebody, no matter how major your thing is, everybody think they face things separately. Just because you're hurting does not make my hurting go away. Ooh, I was gonna ask, what do you think of friends when they're single, they want you to be single? When they're in a relationship, they want you to be in a relationship?
I could get it from this angle and only this angle. When people find a boyfriend, girlfriend, they tend to move on and spend more time with them. If that's where you're coming from and you're jealous of the time.
Other couples, yeah.
If you're jealous of the time and how I'm going to be splitting and the attention I'm going to be giving you is going to be less, I get it. But the chances are it's not that. The chances are you're jealous because I'm going to be seeing someone and you're not.
And when they're in a relationship, they're jealous of your single free life.
See, you tell me that's not the devil.
be nice. It's not that hard. It requires more energy to be like, to be a hater than.
I think it's hard if you're unhappy with your life and the things, if you're just unhappy overall. I think if you're content, even you don't have to. You don't have to be where you are to be content with your life. Just understand that you will get there.
Happy people don't hate.
Honestly, stop hating. And I also want to say, don't ignore the signs. And if people around you tell you to be careful of someone, they've seen something that you're not seeing. That note, we'll see you next week, guys. Bye.
Be a positive topic next week.